And that's my cue to get started, I think. Hello, Mr. Trout and Evil Dustmite. How y'all doing? Thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream, Trout? I was kind of lurking while I was setting up my stuff. Hey, GameLoinser. There's like no viewers here already, but I made a command for you for just these kinds of circumstances. Hello, Apollo I. It's been a while. This is where the Yag has been hiding. Yag just showed up. But yeah, when there's more people here, that will make more sense. But for now, it's just. I'm liking these custom commands. I think it's a more personal touch. Corpse, hello. That's louder than usual. Aaron, hello. Robot, hello. Welcome everybody. Sorry for the car alarm going in the background. That's pretty annoying. It's not you, it's me. Goodness, I am just dropping frames. So this is what we're working on. Yeah, sorry, Dustmite. Right, I'm gonna shut some processes. Hopefully that. I don't know if that's not why I'm dropping frames, I'm sure. Didn't know there was a Find a Yag cup. I find them from time to time. Check your CPU. Yeah, it's up there.
Thank you for being a true broad.
Thank you very much, Robot, for the follow. I'm gonna try and get this going soon. What is hogging my CPU? OBS, obviously, and default. And that's about it. But that's weird. Hey Top Raj in chat, how's everything going today? I'm doing excellent. I have heard that Wobbly Trout is also doing excellent, so that's good. How are you doing? Right, clear these errors, that's good. Okay, well, I don't know, I've closed Discord, that usually helps. It's eating a lot of stuff usually. Maybe I can shut some Firefox tabs and stuff perhaps. Don't need you. Don't need you. Right, should be a bit lighter. Okay. So, yesterday we left off, we were adding maps and such. And we'd added, I think we'd done 2 of them or something. Doing good, working and distracting myself from work with Twitch. That seems to be the way. Right, so we're in the temple area here. So I believe we're here. Oh, so this is a track and a half. I believe we've done ruins 2. We have. Which means we can connect that to the Temple Seer, which will be a relatively easy one considering it only has 1 door. Now, I'm not sure if I'll want a house here instead of this, but that's okay, it's not really relevant right now. What we will do is we'll take this door from here. I didn't remember that the Age of Empires soundtracks were so ballin'. It's good stuff. Okay, and then we'll want to be able to place this somewhere. Temple, Seer, Southeast. You are there. We'll need the map dictionary. Why is Atom so big? If I shut this, does it close it? It does, okay. I'm wondering what this is and what will happen if I kill it in Task Manager. It just keeps coming back. Okay. Crazy how much some of this stuff takes up. Okay, let's hope for the best there. Let me know, guys, if it's really bad, and then I will pull my hair out because I don't really know what I would do. But we'll see. Okay, so we're in here. This should be able to take us to the Seer. Oh, I should actually make sure that this is visible to you guys. That might be nice. Hey, Drake Spartan. I'm doing good. How are you? This is fine. So you should be able to hopefully jump back as well. No, because I didn't export the door. Looking fine to me. That's cool. Thank you for letting me know, Aaron. Yeah, I'm sitting at consistently. Overall, it's like 11.8% drop frames. Hopefully, that'll start dropping if the CPU catches up. That would be nice. Right, so this should be saved and exported. Drag it in. Not too bad, just winding down for the night. That's cool. Wind down with the brush. Hey Van Dam, enjoy your lurk. Thank you for saying hi. Yeah, that should be it, I think. Oh yeah, I really need to update that. Right, let's jump into the functions here. I have a thing that automatically pushes the game to my left monitor. My secondary monitor on launch so that it works well on stream. Problem is when I share it with other people, it messes them up. But it works for me. So this should be automatic. Nope, it's not. That's weird. Very weird. Yeah. Temple ruins 2. That's better. Okay, it must just not loaded the change. That's fine. Right, and then back the way. Works nicely. Excellent. Okay, next up we have puzzle 1. Hello, Azrael Studio. How are you doing? Okay. Runes 3, that's it. Alright. Not too bad. Engineer quit at work, so my workload doubled, which is always fun. You? I'm doing better than that. I'm doing good. Nothing to complain about here. That always sucks though. That's the thing. It's like it's a weird. Like I feel guilty when I quit jobs and stuff because I'm like, oh, people are gonna have to deal with that. But then it's hard conflating it. People and corporations and stuff like that. You gotta take care of yourself. So even though it sucks for you personally, that person who quit, you know, whatever the reason was, they have to do whatever is best for them. Hopefully these sweet Age of Empires tunes will cheer you up. Hello, Mr. Watery Tart. Good to see you. I'm doing good, are you? Oh yeah, not their fault. The company should have hired sooner. What are we working on today? Today we are connecting up the temple maps first, and then we'll see where we get to from there. Yo, so do people, like, legit not believe in aliens? Please elaborate, Mr. Tart. Psst, top pressure cannot hear the tunes. They're very low. Can everybody else confirm that you can't hear them at all? I'm sure you should be able to hear them a little bit. It is intentionally very low though. Low enough that some people should be able to do, to like play their own music over it and hear my voice still. But maybe it is too low. Can't hear music, right? It does look super low, right? You don't have to send up to that. Extraterrestrial or illegal? Yeah, that's a good question. Right, I'll turn up the music a little bit. That should hopefully work. I was talking about black holes to my dad and he said he doesn't believe in aliens. Later in the convo. Alright. Extraterrestrial, and I'm like, wow. Right. Are you serious, Watery Tart? And what do you mean by believe in? Because like, are you talking about, you know, the Greys? Or are you talking like, is there any kind of life anywhere in the universe? Like, you know, single cellular life or whatever. Intelligent life exists not on Earth. I don't know. The chances that aliens aren't out there are just pretty low. The chances that we'll meet them is also pretty low. We're talking flying saucers, no life on another planet, yes. Right. Like, if you're talking about, like, is there, like, bacteria on other planets? Probably. Almost certainly, I guess. Intelligent sentient life. But do you, okay, do you mean anywhere in the universe, or do you mean anything that's, like, been in touch with humanity? Do you believe in, like, what's it called, panspermia or something? That, like, we're seeded by an alien race or something? Rock Knight Studios! Thank you very much for the raid. Maybe you guys can explain, or, like, give your opinion on whether there is alien life anywhere in the universe. That's what we're talking about. Thank you very much for the raid, guys. Rock Knight Studios, Lord Overflow. You got some pretty nice emotes. Can't see, what is the... I can't see what it says. Stop lying. What, their emotes aren't nice? Try jam. Alright, cool. Challenge just turned into an episode of X-Files. I don't hate it. I don't have a very developed opinion on it. Minute water retard, you have a little green alien tied up in your shed, don't you? Green ones? I thought it was mostly greys. Anyway, guys, if by some bit of magic you don't know who Rock Knight Studios is, you should check them out. And also, can I just give another shout out to Wobbly Trout? Cross-pollinate the channels a little bit. Cross-pollination. It's not something I actively think about, but you think it's assumed that there is alien life somewhere. Since Top Rush Bar up, consider participating in 3-hour game jam. Hot damn, that's very little time, but it's probably enough time to make it like a tiny little game loop, I guess. Pollination, yeah, you're gonna get pollinated, son. You're gonna get pollinated good. Did I do the right? I completely forgotten where I am. So I've done puzzle 1. Muggle King, thank you very much for the follow. We're all muggles here. And you are a king, apparently. With the earth being flat and all, I often wonder if there's life on the other side. Like that. I feel like it's more conceivable than like a god. I see what you mean. It's enough time. We've had around 80 games made in Tri-Jams altogether. That's impressive. That's cool. Right, so I've exported that, I believe. So puzzle 1. We'll chuck you up in here. Get in there. There we go. I think they're likely alien drones that discovered us. There's even a scientific term for that. Von Neumann probes, self-replicating drones. That seems unlikely to me. They can span the entire universe in a rather small amount of time. I've seen things about like the big wall of civilizations that like there's like theories that if civilizations get advanced enough, they run into a wall that like ends them. Basically, I can't remember what it was, but it seems pretty interesting. So this is ruined still. Does this take us to? That's called. Oh, that's what Krub was talking about then. Okay. So this goes to puzzle 1 southwest. There are easy explanations for that. We didn't see them to progressed. You're just following the Prime Directive. Like, I'm not a massive Trekkie, but my wife is, so I see it by proxy. And let me tell you, they never follow the friggin' Prime Directive. That's like, they never do. There's a good Kurzgesagt video on that. Oh, that's cool. We should probably watch that. My wife would like that. Yeah, I forgot to do that. You're up in space monitoring us without interfering. See, I've watched enough Star Trek to know that that's impossible. We protect wildlife. We certainly interfere with it though. Captain Kirk rolled up the Prime Directive and smoked it. Talking about the Prime Directive. If you captain the Enterprise, rules are just guidelines, exactly. If even. Right, so that's completed successfully. Hello, Slater. How you doing? There are reports about drones scanning military nuclear installations. But surely that's gonna be human drones, if you know what I mean. Prime Directive is BS, no one follows it. That's what I was saying. I think there are alien viruses that get in your blood flow by inhaling smoke from specific burning green plants, and then they screw with your awareness, making you think there are higher powers controlling your life. I've heard that about psychedelics, not like about weed or anything, but I've heard it about like psilocybin and stuff. I've heard that there's like some weird stuff going on there, that people have like the same trip and things when they have it with each other and stuff. Protecting without interfering is hard. 40 to 50 years back, death not human. I don't know, man. I think I need more evidence than that. Well, I mean, I'm sure there is something, but there must be easier explanations than alien drones. And yeah, they do pick and choose every time. Protecting without interfering is hard. Well, wasn't the Prime Directive that you shouldn't even like let them know you're there? Or is that something else? Is that another directive? There are actual aliens in Latvia. It's in their passports, by the way. I don't understand, but I like it. Hello, Maro Maro. It's almost like a generic set of principles. Can't be black and white. That's true. Yeah, do feel free to elaborate on that, because that sounds pretty interesting.
Thank you for being a true broad.
Dev Cynical, thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing? That goes to Runes 3. Science currently says there are definitely aliens out there, and von Neumann probes make it very likely that they have contact with us. I have to look this up, because I'm feeling pretty skeptical about all of that. I mean, is it just like a mathematical thing? Serious, also known as non-citizens. I see what you did there. I thought that's what you meant, but I thought also maybe it was a thing like where, I think in the UK they did like a survey of religious beliefs, and like 5% of the population said they were Jedi or something like that. So I thought maybe it was something like that you could say you're an alien. Nah, I don't believe we've encountered aliens. I just mean the possibility of intelligent life probably exists somewhere in this ridiculously huge universe. Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. Is that what that's based on? Like when you say science and evidence and that kind of stuff, is that you just like plonk a bunch of math in front of me? Then I'm not gonna be like super convinced.
Thank you for being a true broad.
Enter Romano, thank you very much for the follow. Define contact. They are thousands or millions of light years away, so contact means they probably predicted millions of years ago that we're likely to populate this planet. I'm not even well informed. I just feel like it's weird to think we're the only intelligent life in this like vast expansive universe. It almost seems like I get your point. I get your point. I don't have a strong opinion one way or another. I feel a bit skeptical of the fact that it's like supposedly the probes thing, like that there's definitely been probes. I just need to. Which game engine do I use? I use something called Default. I'm a probe. Yeah, you are. You can be anything you want. Don't let your dreams be dreams. If you want to be a probe, you can be a probe. I guess Grust. I'm just I don't know why I'm super skeptical about it, just I am a little bit. You know what people have told they've been abducted by aliens during the night while sleeping? That's actually sleep paralysis. Well, that's what I'm thinking. You know, that kind of stuff is my kind of go-to explanation. That doesn't mean it's impossible to be abducted by aliens. I'm just saying that's more likely, and that will probably explain most cases. Robot, the source is not available for default. It's not open source or anything like that. So no. skeptical because there's a lot of BS out there, like Little Grey Man. I saw a great documentary on Netflix about a guy who had like tons of evidence. It was like really badly faked videos of grey men and stuff, and he was just super serious about it. And like the pictures of his leg all cut up, so presumably he just cut his leg up himself. And I kind of Googled him afterwards, and apparently he got like convicted of like child molestation and stuff afterwards. It's just like, no, that's not related. I guess it kind of shows that he's a bit. It's one thing if someone's like, I've seen aliens, obviously that's what it's not obviously that bullshit. It's most likely bullshit. But yeah. It was a really interesting documentary. My wife and I love watching like the craziest conspiracy stuff. It's so good. I've had tons of sleep paralysis experiences, and I can see how people would think it's real. Yeah, I've not had many, but it definitely blurs the line between dreams and reality, for sure. He's accused of child molestation. That makes him a good source because look at what they tried with Assange. I see what you mean. I think this is just a coincidence that this crazy alien conspiracy guy also happens to be a child molester. Heck yeah, go down the rabbit hole. I used to get sleep paralysis like every day in high school. It feels real when it's happening, but when you properly wake up, I feel like all those feelings just go away. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It hasn't happened to me that often. Probably never like super seriously. Just the sort of anxiety stage. Yay! So you get the best part. So we are in Ruins 3. Going to puzzle 2 there. And for this one, we're going to puzzle 3. Nice. Nice. I should get this done quickly because I'm getting requests from the graphics guy to do something. So he can get to work, which would actually probably be a good idea. Okay, so track these exits. This guy needs to be renamed because you are not in the northeast, you are in the southeast. Okay. Yeah, boy's got an empty house for a week. A party at the Tart's place? When can I come around? And do you like tequila? You didn't even drink, do you? So we're gonna start in Ruins 3. Do. Straight edge. Did they do that? That was a thing. Are there still people that do that? I feel like the music's too loud now. I'm gonna turn it back down to normal. Normal levels. Normal levels completed. So that's no doors are gonna open. There used to be like people are straight edge. They don't like drink or do drugs or anything, and I think they did something like that. Like as a cool symbol of being straight edge. Am I making this up? Was that sleep paralysis that I had? I don't think it was. Right, so that's runes 3. I'll do the puzzle. Is this right now? So this should have row size. Yeah. Can't believe I forgot. I did remember. They exist. Sounds fake. So aliens definitely real. Straight edge people, nah. Those hardcore kids that are straight edge, yeah. I just didn't know if it's still a thing. Are juggalos still a thing? They're terrifying. I don't drink, and this is the first I've heard this. Well, you gotta like not do anything, like no smoking, no drugs, and you gotta make that your identity, and then you're there. That like skate. Oh, they skate as well. I didn't know that. Juggalo is, I think I know a little bit about this. It's like, it was an American band called Insane Clown Posse, and I think they must have done like, they must have put on like clown makeup or something, and then people started doing that as well. Like, it's like, it kind of looks like Kiss, you know, the rock band, like black and white kind of face makeup and stuff, and call themselves Juggalos. I don't know what else they do, but that's a thing. Don't smoke / drugs, anything. I don't even drink coffee, never have to any of that. Wow, just never wanted to even try it, I guess. It's unusual. I'm addicted to streaming. Does that mean I'm not straight edge anymore? Yes, not straight edge. You are an addict. Totally didn't think you were referring to that, but yeah, they haven't been around since like 2006. I think I know it mostly from there's an episode of Workaholics where they do juggalos. It's a good one. It is a good one. I feel like I've tried most things, but I don't do them anymore. There's always a Sunny episode that does the same thing. I'm an addict. It has been 20 minutes since my last stream. Hi, Wobbly Trout. Joe Goes did a Juggalo Festival video. Very strange. I haven't heard of that person. And Fisher Friends, not food. I'm not a fan of Sunny. Just never got into it. I just find them immensely dislikable. People. Yeah, Insane Clown Posse and Juggalos are still a thing. They have the gathering of the Juggalos every year where they have a bunch of bands and comedians and stuff. Hello, Zombie Whisperer. I mean, it sounded like, I don't know, good on them for having a community, right? Let's leave it at that. I'm definitely at the age now where I need to like update my knowledge of things that like I just assumed would be a thing forever. It's not necessarily the case. I think the fact that they're so unlikable and wonder why everything bad happens to them is part of the comedy. I guess I really struggled with, so I really like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but there's a definite difference between like season 1 Larry David and like the rest of the seasons Larry David. Season 1 he's very unlikable, and then like kind of I think they make him slightly more likable in the other seasons, and I can tell I enjoy it more when he's a bit nicer. I think it's just hard to watch. I've never like started Sunny from the beginning. I've just had like the best episodes shown me by a fan, and I guess sometimes I get like resentful of being shown something I don't want to see, and you know, probably make up my mind beforehand. So that's on me. I should try it with an open mind or something. Like watch 5 episodes of that. Like I really like The Office US, which apparently is now like a trope. That's like a meme Like you say, what was it? They say like, "Hi, I'm a 19-year-old girl, and I believe watching The Office is a personality." I was like, since when's that a thing? But yeah, I really like that. And if you watch only the first series of the US The Office, which is a carbon copy of the UK one, you'd hate it. Rightly so, because it sucks. Then you'd miss out on the rest. Well, that's not good. Is that tile editor part of default? No, it's something called tiled. It's at mapeditor.org. I like how you legit sounded offended. Yeah, because, well, I don't want to be a hipster about it, but I liked The Office a long time ago. And not many people liked it then. I think. You probably did. But now, like, everybody likes it. And it's, like, apparently, like, a basic bitch thing to like The Office. I'm like, excuse me? And I'm not a basic bitch, I am a complicated female dog. Right, see you soon, Mr. Tart. Got that. Puzzle 2 we can do. I see. On the doors, that's good. And it goes there, that's fine. And then here, we go here. And I believe that's, oh yeah, we need another one. So this one goes to the altar. And the name of this one is Northeast. Northwest, and this one goes to the Vortex. Southeast. Alrighty, and then we have to change this to the row size. So we have Temple Puzzle to Southwest, Northwest, and Northeast. $870, $105. Okay. So we should start on this one then. Puzzle 2. And the only thing we can check is going back the way. Which should work. Because I said so. Hoo-hoo-wee, this one did not work. What happened here? Animations cannot be found. Puzzle 2. That's interesting. What's happened here? Oh, ground. Oh. Oh. Oh, dearie me. That's very weird. It's an easy fix. I'm just surprised. T25. Okay, that's fine. Let's fix you. I must have just not checked this map. I must have missed it and then never verified that it actually works, which does seem pretty reasonable actually. There would be no reason to do it. Alright. That should be it. And then we just have to export it. I wonder what this is from. It's a Nintendo mix. 17 minutes. That's doubling up. 17 minutes something. Ah, Kakariko Village in Breath of the Wild. I didn't realize. That's so different from the Ocarina of Time version. Huh. Anyway, so that's fine. That looks good now. I should play Breath of the Wild. I just don't have a Switch, but it looks like it's been like very well designed. Sounds great. Like open world done right, basically, is the impression I get from what I've heard. Temple altar. You come from here. Okay, that should be pretty easy. Temple altar southwest. Altar Arlinor. I'm not sorry. So then the last one is just the vortex one. That sounds right, and just add this in, track the location. File system fills up, everything stops, everyone panics. Is that like a writing prompt, or are you describing your current situation? My life, oh no, oh no, oh no. Breath of the Wild indeed. I don't know if you're here, but I was reflecting on how different that sounds from Ocarina of Time version of Kakariko Village. I think I prefer Ocarina of Time. Excellent. Good. Yeah. Right. Ocarina's soundtrack is amazing. I agree. Agreed. So that's Temple done. Finished on 9th of April 2019. Yes. Okay. Quests we have. We've got King, Queen, Princess, Soul, Mind Wizard. I'm probably gonna take 0.6 actually. Breath of the Wild kind of has the Studio Ghibli vibe though that I really like. I haven't heard a lot of the Breath of the Wild soundtrack, I don't think. I lost one of my first jobs because of Ocarina. Bought the N64 cart on the Friday, didn't turn up for work for 3 days because I was hooked. Yeah, I can see how that was worth it. Wow. Yeah, I really loved Ocarina of Time. I feel like throughout high school, college, and uni, there have been games that make me stay off for 2 weeks at a time. Sign of a good game, that's for sure. Right, so that's done. So we can tick that off. Temple maps, then we've got the... Well, we do have to do the dialogue loader. It wouldn't take very long. Yeah, and then we can work on designing the fungal map kind of thing. Because that's more open. I'm gonna check my 3D print. I'm just gonna scurry off quickly. So I'll be right back. That timing is like insane. These prints take like 2 hours and I managed to time it just as it's finishing. That's crazy. One time me and a friend just stayed off college for 2 weeks and played the first 3 Mass Effect games. Was good. Mass Effect 3 turned to shit though. Mass Effect 3 is better than Mass Effect Andromeda. And he knows how to achieve the same kind of isometric projection in a 3D scene. Mindless Games, you're gonna have to elaborate on what you're asking. I don't know if I could help with that though, because I have no experience working in like proper 3D. But as a question, I think it needs elaboration. The camera would have to be an orthographic mode. See, that sounds like a real thing. I'm just gonna see if I can cut this quickly because I'm experimenting with different printer settings and trying to find one that produces a good mix of, good balance of quality, but also sturdiness, robustness. Then just rotate it, I guess. See, these supports seem pretty solid actually, which is good, I guess, for the print, but it's a pain in the butt when you're trying to get them away afterwards. Get out of here! Get out of here! Don't need you no more. Is that loud from the for the camera or for the stream? Unpopular opinion, but I recently finished Andromeda and really didn't mind it. I very much prefer the more open class design. I don't know which one I played. I played a little bit of one. It just totally did not catch me at all. I absolutely hate the dialogue wheel where you say one thing and then your character says something else. That just made me rage. It completely shattered my illusion of having any choice, because it's reminded me that there's a person here who's designing this experience. Only loud on the headset, like I'm using. Oh, that sucks. Sorry. Maybe I'll turn the mic down. I'll speak louder, but hopefully the cutting isn't so loud. Tear this guy to shreds. So I'm trying to find the best printer setting. Let's see if he manages to hold. But yeah, I don't want to be reminded. Yeah, I'm not alone. Sounds like a demon cutting his nails. Oh, that sounds awful, actually. Yeah, I don't want to be reminded that someone's designing this experience for me, because then it feels less magical, less like I'm in control. I don't like super scripted cutscenes and stuff like that, because I'm like, well, everybody's had this experience. You know? Does that make sense? Still sounds better than the Muppet killing from yesterday. I had nightmares all last night. Good thing you didn't dream about being abducted by Muppet aliens that then, I guess, killed themselves in front of you. Missed half of that. Of what I was saying about Mass Effect. I was saying that the one thing that turned me off like really quickly was when you know, you select the dialogue choice, like, and it has a written out statement that you're choosing, and then your character goes and says something different. I cannot deal with that. It completely shatters my illusions of being in control. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, there's someone sitting here designing this, and it sucks. It sucks. I don't like it. Yeah, it's super dumbed down. Yeah, I can't enjoy it for that reason. There's times where dumbed down stuff is good for sure. I'm not trying to be a snob, but that just doesn't sit well with me. Fallout 4 did the same thing. Oh goodness, we have Fallout 4 for VR. We just started playing it. I guess I would have had dialogue options, but I just didn't remember. But yeah, stuff like that would definitely annoy me. Didn't really get into it. It didn't really work. What was I gonna say? It doesn't work. I literally don't know where that sentence was going. The opposite is Fallout 76. I've heard very good things about Fallout 76. I legit just prefer when the main character in RPGs doesn't have a voice, or if they have a voice, it's just for grunts, etc. Okay, thanks. The thing I don't understand by using the orthographic mode is that there's no depth then, right? It confuses me then how they're all placed on the floor. Right now I'm simulating an orthographic projection with a very low FOV value in my perspective projection. Feels a lot like they included dialogue options just because it's a BioWare game. All the options have no consequence, even with the same dialogue. Oh, I didn't really know that. I thought Mass Effect was quite big on the fact that the choices you made changed things, like changed the outcome of the game. You're still talking about Mass Effect, right? Not Fallout or anything, because Fallout isn't BioWare. I'm out of my depth with these discussions of like game companies and stuff. I'm pretty sure Fallout is Bethesda, but I don't follow AAA much at all. The supports are hard to get off this model, but he's not broken his ankles. Usually that's what happens. The ankles break, and then I'll have to glue them back on. But his ankles are holding somehow, even though I'm applying quite a lot of force to him. Talking about Mass Effect, yeah. Your dialogue changed your disposition, but I thought it did more. Am I imagining that? Wasn't there choices, like maybe not specifically the dialogue then, but like you could make choices that like gave you different endings, and then there's like ways to load in your endings from game 1 to then reflect game 2, something like that. Long Gone or the Baldur's Gate and Knights of the Old Republic days. Well, we can bring him back. Kind of like, I was thinking, is there a game? So I'm kind of slightly tempted to make something sci-fi-ish after Fates of War. Is there a game that's like RPG, like more RPG than Fates of War? Like you can just develop different little skills and stuff, and is also sci-fi and like maybe slightly, I don't know, open world or something, I don't know. But maybe like, I'm thinking kind of like Knights of the Old Republic, a little bit, but more in like Fates of War style. We're bringing them back, mostly in name though. It was supposed to, but the way the decisions kind of faded out. Yeah, that seems like a problem you'd have with branching storylines and stuff. I've sure had that problem. Shadowrun? I don't know, haven't heard of it, maybe. Well, that's what I need to do. I need to do like lots of research to make sure I'm not just making something that already exists. Not that that's necessarily bad, because that's what I'm doing with Fates of War, but maybe the old Cyberpunk games. I should for sure do some research on what I want to do. I'm just trying to think what would be fun to make and play for sure. Play is pretty important. There has to be a market for it. It's definitely a niche. Well, you have to go for a niche, I think. I'm kind of leaning towards that more and more because you need devoted people. Because I can't compete with AAA, you know. Fates of Ort. Fates of Ort is my game. So we're almost there with this guy. His head looks pretty bad, actually. He's got like a chunk missing of his head. I don't know if I yeah, the old print was better. Interesting. Maybe the temperature is too high or something. Anyway. No worries, Omix. Steampunk is a niche that I don't see done well very often. It'd be so cool to do a sci-fi soundtrack if you wanted to keep me on for one. Or maybe you're pretty difficult to work with. I'm joking, you're not. Right, so that's interesting. Actually, got a little bit of support here that I can take. Yeah, this is definitely not better than the last one. I thought it would be. I guess I turned up the print temperature, so that might have had an impact, but it's tough to get good settings. Anyway, let's actually do some work now, shall we? Morning all, hey Big Mac Attack. Feels Diva Man, Sci-Fi Fates of Ort Cloud. I see what you did there, Cooler. Hello. Hello, Draggy. Is it still niche? We had the new Blade Runner, Cyberpunk 2077, and the new Shadowrun games. I feel like Shadowrun did this, but I feel like fantasy and sci-fi mixing is such a cool concept, like magic in a futuristic setting. Yes, I had that thought. Definitely. Has anyone done that? Because that would be super cool. Like just straight up mixing fantasy and sci-fi. I'm like super keen on that. I'm sure someone's done it, but maybe not that many people. Shadowrun is the only one I can think of. Right, cool. I should check that out then. Just Shadowrun, really. Cyberpunk setting with fantasy races / magic. That sounds pretty cool. What's isometric? Just clicked on the stream, so I might be missing something. It's this perspective. I'm just gonna export it. Sounds like 90% of sci-fi JRPGs. Right, is that a common thing then, Cooler? So this is the perspective, it's kind of like from the top, sideways up kind of thing. Sorry, I just burped. That's unusual. That said, I feel like Shadowrun is good, but there's so much room to explore the genre further. Cool. Shadowrun is all I can think of. In books, though, there's science fantasy. I would absolutely read a bunch of books to get inspiration. Cooler is everywhere, yeah. Phantasy Star is JRPG in space. I've heard of Phantasy Star, but never played it. This game you're working on is isometric. It is indeed. Code Slasher, thank you very much for the follow. Well, I haven't decided for sure. I'm just interested in like brainstorming future stuff. Although I've got like a year's worth of work on Fates of Ort left to complete. Right, I'm just gonna kick off another print, and then we're going to do actual work. Believe it or not. Might try lower temperature next time for something. Might be good. What's the streamer printing? D&D figures, indeed. So this one is the best one I've made of this. I'm trying to print just town guards. I'll see if I can. I don't know if that'll be visible on stream. Not great, but that's in focus, I think. Yeah. So I'm just experimenting with different print settings because they're not all coming out very nicely. So, love the old Mega Drive Genesis Phantasy Star games. I should check those out. All sci-fi JRPGs, like there's magic because we can't explain things well, so magic. We'll call it techno magic or nano magic or something. Oofed. Scale copy my butt. I wish. Time for the 4th busiest day of my life. Ooh, tiny 3D printed thingy. Hey Vigrate, good luck with your busy day. Right, let's do fungal because we're gonna get yelled at if we don't. So, let's do it. Fungal. Last day before the deadline. Oof. Oof. You can do it, I believe in you. Etc. etc. More motivational phrases. Fungal docs. Let's check what kind of maps we have already for this. Which biome is this? 4? Yeah. Yeah. So 4 actually has only one entrance, but we could make another, I guess. Or we could have like the dragon kicking about here. Could be a dead end. Zoop. During the summer I need to finish my stupid action RPG. Is that the kind of Diablo 2 looking one? Yes, because it looks good. How far along are you? This one doesn't even have any entrances. It looks nice though. So we could make anything, I guess. Just needs a map and a couple of bosses, then it's done. Wow, that's cool. So is it quite simple then, or have you been like working on it for a long time on the sly? Whoa, this one's huge. That's what she said. It has 1, 2, 3 exits. That's a cool map though. In the settings menu, it's just super short. Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's got doot, doot, doot. Okay, so that's a chungus of a map. So that is. Let's just move this up so you guys can see. I feel like this map is huge. It is. Holding Out Hope, it'll feature a lake and a sword. This looks like one of those the players will go, oh my god, this is so long and windy. I don't get the reference from Omix. A lake and a sword. Well, we can make it... Yeah, it's not ideal. What biome is this? This is the fungal forest. Got mushrooms. Some of them a bit suggestive. So that's a bit of house. 1, 2, count, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses. So this is basically the village then. Alright, I should get some work done later. I'll see you, Azrael. Thank you for hanging out and good luck with your work. Straight to footbath, player would have to take to go from left entrance to right entrance. Niche comedy no one has ever heard of, I'm sure. You might be right, but... Oh yeah, that is super windy actually. I might add some... I might cut some bits through here because it's unnecessarily windy, I would say. Unless I put... If we put combat in there, but... Dunno. Oh, you'll send. I get what you mean now. You'll send the reference. I see. Oh, that's not niche comedy. I've just seen the Constitutional Peasants scene. I don't understand why. I can't remember it. I see. But yeah, I would probably just like cut through some of this because it's over the top long. Right, so you go there, you go there. When it comes to dev work, does it take a decade worth of experience before releasing something worthwhile? As I would say that is unanswerable. Or is one of these where it depends, I guess. It'll be a choice between windiness and combat. Not necessarily. Like this just looks stupidly windy because you'd have to go. What would you have to do here? And then here, and then all the way down here, and then all the way up there, or here to get, like, that's just crazy windy. So I'd probably cut here, cut here, cut here. Even if, I'm just trying to think what there should be on this map. It always takes a decade, I'd be screwed for like 2 to 3 more years. Yeah, that's okay. The answer is probably it might do, but most likely not really. I guess some people just don't have it in them, I guess. But then that brings us back to that argument we had recently about talent versus effort. Risk of Rain was worth the buying. Those guys were still in college, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and now Risk of Rain 2 is just bossing it. Hello, Tim. How you doing? I was lurking in your stream. You were definitely having a very tough time of it. But I sympathize because web dev is just not fun. As an indie dev, you need to find your niche. That can take time. Don't think just developing something gets you somewhere. Yeah, that's true. It was a killer surprise to see Risk 2 as a 3D game. And it seems to have done really well. I was very skeptical and it seems to have done really well. Oh, you're a talent believer, or not sure how to phrase that right. Yes, I am, I guess. That sounds like it's a controversial thing. I got here a few minutes ago. What happened about effort versus talent? It's a thing that crops up. People apparently have very strong opinions on it. You're extremely frustrated from it. My position is that while effort is really important in developing skills, I think people have different ceilings in terms of what they can achieve, and those ceilings eventually that you reach are immovable, no matter the effort. You gotta believe, you gotta work, you gotta believe. It's just no way for some people to reach certain heights. Right, so we need, so this is like, we'll call this the village, I guess. Congo village. But yeah, anyway, some people basically say that, I don't want to misrepresent their points of view, but it seems to me that some people say that regardless of whatever your innate abilities are or something, everybody can reach a similar level with practice. And I think that doesn't seem logical, or like just like from observing the world. I don't know about controversial, but every time someone speaks about talent, there are always two camps with very staunch supporters, which is a bit bizarre for such an esoteric topic. Right? I definitely agree with you there. People have very strong thoughts on it. To be fair, I get riled up about it when people disagree with me, because I think it's so obvious that I'm right on this. I try to keep I try to see both sides for a lot of things, but I'm pretty just sure that it's like that I'm right, I guess. You can adjust the game genre to your skills a bit, though. Yeah, I see what you mean. Fail early, fail often, fail in safe environments, and most importantly, fail authentically. You learn what not to do very well when you fail. That's true. That's a good point. I think I tend to stand on the opposite perspective. Effort can get you there. Obviously, if one does not remain open-minded, they'll keep hitting that ceiling you mentioned fairly easily. Yeah, right. But okay, so that I think get you there is not the same as being like Michelangelo. What did he even do? Did he paint or sculpt or both? I think there's just, with effort, could I become a passable artist? Absolutely. Could I become top tier artist? No. That's what I think. That's my position, and I assume you guys agree. It's just I guess you have a more positive view on effort. Because I don't disagree with that. That'd be equally crazy of me to say that you can't get better on things. Like, you can't. Oh, shut her off. That's what you did. Obviously, practice improves your skills, but like, there's no way that everybody could become an amazing artist. It's just not possible. No matter the practice you have, you can get better, and like most people could become passable. Most people could do basic game art with practice or something, but there's just some stuff that you could never do, no matter the practice. Let me see if I can. What's the guy I'm thinking of? There's a guy he's making this like really gory game, because I can't think of many examples. Oh, actually, there's a Twitch streamer that you guys should check out because he's amazing. Look, no doubt this guy has worked very hard to hone his skills. But I'm saying, no matter the amount of practice I do, I personally am incapable of doing this. I could do 10,000 hours to reach mastery level. I could do 100,000 hours. I will never be capable of drawing that, no matter what. That's what I'm saying. I would disagree. It just depends how much effort you put into it. I've spent ages programming. I've spent that in art instead. I'm positive. With an open mind, I'd be a very good artist. Thing is, putting in a year or two is not enough to get the talent you want. Lies. Most talented people I know are just people who have had great foundations through effort that others don't take into account. So Tim, you're saying I could do this with enough practice? I genuinely just if that's the point we're at, I think that's like driven the point as far as we can get, because we're at the point where we're just gonna say I don't agree with you, and there's like it's pretty hard to prove it because you'd have to dedicate a lifetime to it basically. Anyway, check out Christopher Kant on Twitch. He is an awesome artist. He's put in a lot of effort and he's very talented. Let me put it that way. Also helps learn earlier rather than later. Brain plasticity is important. It's true. We don't need to focus our brains on surviving, but our brains still develop to survive. So if you play music a bunch, especially when younger, your brain will think that you need to do music to survive for some reason, and the processes will become easier and more efficient to do because of the neural networks you form for survival. Yeah, that's interesting take on it, and you're probably right. If you stopped programming or anything else and focused on that one thing for an extended period of time, I would say yes, you can achieve that from effort. I think there are studies that you have to put like 10,000 hours into something to be really good. Yeah, I've heard of that. I'm not sure. I guess that's the point where I'm not arguing that it makes sense for you to do it. I didn't think you did. I didn't think you were arguing that. I just genuinely think it's not possible for me to get to that level of skill, no matter the amount of practice. And that's where we disagree, I think, because you're saying it's possible. You're saying that it's not necessarily a good investment of my time, but you're saying it's possible, and I don't think it's possible. Example is a friend who's talented in economics, but the thing is his family went from really poor to rich due to external circumstances, and if you've known him then it makes sense, but a lot of people see it as innate talent. Well, I think economics depends on what you mean by that. If he's just knowledgeable about it, then it would take a lot for me to call someone talented in economics, because it's not really a field that requires talent. I've unintentionally started a debate. Yeah, it happens every time this comes up. Well, why it's great, an active and engaging chat is awesome. Yeah, exactly, I don't mind. It's just, I just knew that as soon as we started talking about this, people were going to disagree. Because apparently my opinion is controversial on this. Attention to small details, it also helps, but also being able to change abstraction levels, being able to see tiny details while also being able to shift your brain to look at the whole picture and everything in between. That's really important for drawing, like specifically, but yeah, probably in general as well. In practice, it's probably more your desires that prevent you from reaching the 10k hour goal. Yeah. Analogs and programming as well for that abstraction level shift thing. Yes, true. Also here for the isometric art. Yeah, I'm like just focusing on the intellectual discourse we're having here. So 4-2, I don't really know. What tool is this? This is Flash. This is old school stuff. Well, let it be. We definitely do disagree a bit, but I can understand where you come from. Symbiote45, thank you very much for the follow. For instance, I'll never be able to do that art piece because I won't commit as much time to it as would be necessary. Yeah, I suppose. I think we have a fundamental disagreement, even though it sounds like we're pretty close to where we are. I think we just, yeah, I think I can make a tremendous improvement in my artistic skills with the right amount of effort. I just do think there are different ceilings. Potentially I'd even argue that not starting years ago when I took up programming is part of that. I can't do it as well. Don't worry, your chat is distracting me just as much as they're distracting you, so you're not alone. This is why I can't work in the same room as friends. I see that. Hello, Jägermaster. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. It's funny because it's something I feel pretty strongly about. Callow creation, thank you very much for following. Because I'm usually quite full of self-doubt on a lot of things. Not that I don't trust myself, I'm just like, I'm open to the possibility of being wrong, but I just feel very strongly that I'm right about this. Is it okay to ask who in chat streams, or would that be disrespectful? It is absolutely okay. I know Callow, he's a Unity god. I am a Unity pleb. I've used Unity for a total of like 6 hours or something. It was cool, but it was like a bit over my head at the time. I could probably learn it. Well, actually no, I could definitely learn it if I put effort in. But it didn't click for me. So what am I doing with my life?
Thank you for being a true broad.
Omix32. Is it okay to answer I stream? Hell yeah, it is. I'll do you one better. Heading out now to finish working on my talk slides. It'll probably take a few months before my talk is on YouTube, but I'll make sure to post the YouTube link to my talk on my Twitter account when it's ready. Yeah, post it here as well, because I want to see it. I mean, I think I follow you on Twitter, but you should share it here so people can see, because it's some pretty interesting stuff. Too much of a programmer to use a stripped down engine like Unity. That's crazy. I thought Unity was not a stripped down engine. Maybe that's just me. Well, custom shout out. I vaguely remember you doing that the other day too. Thanks. No worries. I'm starting to do it now. For people that raid me because I like it. It's a nice personal touch. I think it's classy, so I'm doing it. Let me know if anything's wrong there, but I did kind of just harvest your about me section for it. Can we get a link to your Twitter? I don't see it on your Twitch page. Mine. Is that command? We should be command. Yeah, there we go. But I can't promise any speaking style or slides will be. My speaking style or slides will be amazing. There'll definitely be some weird and new stuff in it, and that's enough for me. See you later, Vagray. Good luck. Unity's an abstraction. That's why I call it that way. Don't know. I definitely like a scaled up engine then, because I don't understand those things. Sorry, I meant Vagray. I'm bad at acting. That's alright. I think I can help you out. Twit by Vagray. Should be able to. There we go. No worries. So that can go on. Game engine is basically a bunch of libraries glued together in a way that can offend me. I like the way you put that. What are we placing in here? Do we have anything more? We only got dragon and the ingredient, which is the dragon. So not a ton, I suppose. We need the sea charge to get there, and we need. What else did we need? We need the egg, yeah. Which we get from here, but we use the rope or the bounty hunter to get down there, I think. I looked at the manual page for coroutines in Unity and it was a very short page. That offended you, I take it. Actually, I'm gonna move this because this should be like that. Not that it matters tremendously, but it's just cleaner. I'll probably use this as a starting point for the world map, so it's better to have it like that. Anyway. Is this the entire Fates of world? This, yes. So each of one of these drills down into a subset. So like if I drill down into that one, it looks like this. Does that make sense? So each of these just symbolizes a biome and where it's at in the game world, basically. Amazing. I need to do a similar setup to plan my world. Yep. That's kind of why I use Flash. Like, I could use some kind of flow charting software or something, but Flash just felt nice for me because I can do stuff like actually use the graphics from the area and things like that. I'm very comfortable using Flash. So it's also based on small zones. Cool.
Thank you for being a true Braj.
Darky Sharky, thank you very much for the follow. Seems like a risky username. Not really sure. I suppose this shouldn't be a massive area, so maybe I shouldn't be overthinking it, but what's the follow alert say? Thank you for being a true Braj. It's from Workaholics. This music is familiar. Let me check out what it is. $104. Why did that stop playing? Keep playing. 104 is... It's the main menu music from the GameCube, apparently. Pretty random. Right, quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. I'm sorry for bumping the screen. The desk. Alright. Guess today's one of those days where references fly over one's head, indeed. Didn't expect that. Yeah, I had the GameCube, but I can't remember ever looking at the main menu screen. Are you talking about Tim's? Does Tim have a bird avatar? Yeah. It looks very recognizable in a way, I guess. Oh no. Oh no, it's the dying Muppet sound again. The GC start is all plinky plunky. Yeah, I remember that. It's like boop, doo 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 doo, and it makes a G. But I don't remember like main menu or something. Just reply to this and then we'll keep working. Okay. Monkey Bird does like to hang out on my shoulder a lot while I stream it. I made a virtual icon of him that sits above my head for enabling. Yeah, like it's so cool that your bird likes to sit on your shoulder. That's really nice. It's very wholesome. Oh, it's the GameCube. Oh no, this is distressing. Krub, this is weird and I don't like it. Don't like it. It's a cursed intro. Now you cannot unsee it. Yes, I can. So that would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maps. I feel like you could do more. Did you finish it? I did not finish it. I figured maybe it draws something in the end. I don't want to see it. Takes an unexpected. Is it like dick butt or something? bless this meme. Right, I'll watch it just for you. Bless this GameCube intro. What are you drawing? I like that actually. I friggin' love that song. Is it just called Africa? Okay, thank you for making me watch that. I did enjoy that a lot, actually. What's the difference between suggestions and backseating? Like, where/what is the boundary? In my opinion, it's when someone says something to say it, not because they have a reason. It is better or worse. I guess it's hard to define. If at any point you feel like you're ordering me to do something, like telling the developer to do something, then that's backseating. Suggestion is, have you considered? Well, sometimes the have you considered can be like a thinly veiled backseat. Like if you keep doing that, you're kind of like interfering too much. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to like offer good faith suggestions, but if you're like steering what I'm doing and like criticizing the decisions I'm making and stuff, then that's kind of backseating, I guess. Forgot to add my 2 cents on talent versus effort. It's missing the third dimension, discipline. Pick 2 for success, I suppose. I think discipline is related to effort, basically, because without discipline, you're not going to put in the effort. So I think those are the same, be indistinguishable. And welcome back, Mr. Tart. That is way better defined than I've been able to come up with. May steal some of it. Oh, that's cool. I was just kind of ad-libbing it. I didn't think it sounded very clear. So feel free to steal. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm right, Big Mac Attack. I just feel like it's the same thing. Like, without discipline, then you're not going to be able to put in the effort. Will pricing change between early access and release? For this, I'm probably not going to do early access. I might have discussed that before, but I think I'm going to do a closed beta to get testing done, and then I'm just going to release. So no is the answer. Your boy ate too much food, or not enough. So, a layer of the dragon. Guess it doesn't need much more. Basic combat map. So we're just gonna have that for a lot of them. Large house where the leader of the insect people lives. I read that people have success releasing on itch.io first and cleaning up the mess and going to Steam once it's polished. Well, I know Tim Ruswick did that. Yeah, I mean that might be viable because you're not really gonna use up any of your kind of dry powder for Steam, I suppose. What this map should look like yet. It will be an area where the insect people set a trap for the dragon if the player leads the dragon to it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just putting a placeholder in there. Man, how do you even market a game? That stuff is so scary. That is a good damn question. It's caused me to put my previous project on hold. Oh, really? So you've like stopped developing because you don't know how to market? I also don't know how to market, but I'm kind of just plowing on anyway and just hoping for the best, which is a sound strategy, I'm sure. We can expand this map later. Coast to the northwest. And that doesn't work. Art helps a lot. I find a lot of the stuff I play is because I saw some art, screenshots, character designs, and was like, whoa, I gotta play that. Yeah, I hope that, I mean, I have no input whatsoever. I really like the art. I hope other people like it too. It doesn't seem to be like generating like massive amounts of hype straight up just from the art, which I guess would be a bit much to ask for. Do most games fail if they don't catch attention on release? I don't know. I guess. Put it on Steam, gets you quite a few views, and if it's good, it will sell. I'm getting a lot of traffic from Steam, just naturally, I guess. They just have such a big volume of it, I guess. I think most people rely on press in terms of indie devs. Oh, really? I didn't realize press was so important. A lot of indies seem to also make Imgur posts, and sometimes it reaches front page, even if it isn't amazing, as long as it sounds catchy. Yeah, that's true. I've wanted to do one, Omix, but I'm scared because I've also seen some recent ones where people are like really angry at the dev for making the post because they're like, oh, yet another game ad kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it is an ad, obviously, but like, if you're an indie dev, like you're gonna try everything you can, right? But I'm a bit scared of getting flamed for posting an ad. Sites like Kotaku, IGN, Polygon still definitely get a huge amount of traffic. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try. I just don't know. I mean, I've got a press kit, and I'm gonna try and email all the places and stuff, but I don't know how effective that's gonna be. If I don't personally like any of them. I put Rally of Rockets on hold to chase my dream project. Rally of Rockets was to be a 4-month support me like project, but scope grew, and with the time and money I'd need to invest, it would need to make some decent sales that I'm not confident in it to make it worth it. If I fail with my dream project, Racing Simulator, then at least I was trying the dream project. Even if it is bigger, taking more time and money investments, it is my dream project. I totally understand where you're coming from there. That makes absolute sense to me. Indie and indie, that's two different groups nowadays. Path of Exile, or is it? There's two POs, isn't it? Path of Exile. Considers itself indie too. Starts with 5, now have 18 devs. Yeah, that seems pretty big to me. Problem is, all those places have so many emails daily that getting noticed on them is quite tricky. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's social media, there are a lot of angry people, stuff gonna happen no matter how you advertise. I figure it might be wrong though. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try, and we'll just see what happens. Probably, because I don't have like, I know roughly why those things go viral and whatever, but I don't know if I'll be able to recreate it. It's another thing. There's also Pillars of Eternity, but I doubt they ever had 5 devs. Yeah, that's probably who I was thinking of. And yeah, okay. Wholeheartedly believe it's just luck. I'm sure there's a massive component of skill involved because you have to. It's like once you make something good enough that you deserve success, then it's luck. But even then, there's probably like, you know, the trope about you make your own luck is probably a thing for a reason. But yeah, on the marketing side, I don't know what I'm talking about basically. Path of Exile is like the dream that shattered. It was so cool to see them game garner massive success, but then they removed everything I and most of the old players I know liked. Oh, that sucks. I've been like wanting to play it because I've been playing Diablo 3 with my wife and we really enjoy it, so we're considering doing Path of Exile, but that sounds a shame. Maybe it's still good enough for us to enjoy it.
Thank you for being a true bronze.
Nick Busey, thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing? It's a really good game, mind you, just not as niche anymore. Yeah, I see what you mean. More mainstreamy, if that makes sense. That might actually be a good thing for us. Good, nice stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think marketing is important to grow your client base, but the first one usually wants organic growth because doing marketing for something that is bad is a dump of money. That's absolutely true. I'm happy to spend a little bit of money to try and get Fates of Work running, but I don't want to throw money on bad because I'm confident that the game's good enough, but my worry is blasting money on something that's like a badly designed ad campaign, because you could easily do that. I've tried a little bit with Facebook and Twitter, and I could, like, even with very basic ad campaigns, I could already tell like how much I was getting per unit of money spent, and like from what I could tell, Twitter was garbage for advertising and Facebook was way better to actually get like real people to look at you and stuff. So like while I'm okay with spending some money, I'm worried about spending it wrong on the wrong kind of advertisement. There's so many predatory companies that just run shit campaigns because they know people will pay for it. Yeah, exactly. You could easily just like throw money away. A few thousand views on Steam will easily let you determine your conversion rate. No marketing necessary up until that point, in my humble opinion. Do you mean for sales or wish lists? I think I want to rework my Steam page because I'm not sure it's well designed enough to convert well. I've seen so many musicians do that. Do what? Like just throw ad money away. Dialogue files. At least in Facebook you can experiment with $5 ads. That's true. I really like that, and the targeting is so much nicer in Facebook. Twitter was like pulling teeth trying to set up a target audience, but doing it on Facebook was easy. What happened there, Mr. Tart? You've got a 3-month subscriber badge now. That's so weird. Have you been gifted? I don't think you've ever paid for a sub. Have you been gifted 3 subs? That's funny. It must have been Kayla and A Knight for sure. I don't know who else has done it. That is pretty funny though. So basically, then now you're back to 2 months. That's very weird. Basically, they get a promo campaign for a song or music video, and the people running the ad campaign just take the piss and have no connections whatsoever. That sucks. It's cutthroat business. Have been gifted, I mean. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It just for me, it just came up for one of the messages. So, I don't want to add a passage. I've just recently... Nick Busey, thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate it. Look at all those seems goods in the tip jar. I love it. I should get top brush seems good. So anyway, I've developed a way to lift stuff from Twine into my engine way easier. So I've just reworked the existing stuff I've made, so I can. So now I just gotta chuck it into the new format basically. It's not gonna take too long. There may be some problems, like, yeah, that one's wrong, I can already tell. can already tell. He falls. Fall of Glory after all. Yeah, here. Is there another one? I thought I was fixing this when I was working on it, but I guess missed it. It's a cleaner way of doing it because before I had to do like a really weird set of characters to get line breaks in, but now I can actually just hit return and it does it. Careful what you wish for. That's a cool one. I like that one. Seems good, to be honest. Ooh, we've had updates apparently too. Guess I should restart this. Oh yeah, this has the color schemes changed, I think. Yeah, I think so. Facebook and Google work, but it's hard to do much more than get that entry-level marketing going. We moved on to advertising with specific sites that our audience tend to get advice from. Admittedly, we market pharmaceuticals, so not the same thing. That's cool. Appreciate the input. Yeah, Google I haven't experimented with. I used to do AdSense, so the other side. I had a game portal or whatever. I haven't used AdWords much, but I'd assume Google must be pretty good at it, right? Somebody at Twitch just randomly make those icons for channels, or how does that happen? No, you do it for your own channel when you get affiliated. So once you have like over 100 followers or something, you get a slot for an emote, and then when people subscribe to you, they can use it. Tim, see you later. Enjoy focusing at work. I hope things are less frustrating for you now than when they were when you're streaming. Thank you for hanging out, and catch you later. And Drake's pardon, the dialogue looking thing is Twine. If you look, twinery.org. Top Rush, you seem good. Oh, you charmer. You charmer. Right, let's just overwrite this then. And then that's that one done. Cheers, no worries. It's just, some streams are so helpful, just keep getting links to neat stuff. Hey, don't worry about it. You're being helpful too. It is really helpful as a streamer because you get input from other people, and it's great as like accountability tool because having people watch you work means you have to work. Can we get a Top Bra fedora meme? I don't have a fedora, so I need to buy one, and I don't really want to do that with my life. Hello, Braj fam. It's been a hot minute since I can watch the stream. How's everyone doing? Hey, Tingerin. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Where you tip fedora? I would use the shit out of that. Be like, my ladies, Top Bra fedora. Oh, goodness. Getting to 100 followers is tough. Been struggling to get over 30. Much hard to mess around on HN or Reddit with people watching you. What kind of stuff do you do, Nick? Do you do game dev as well? Alright, just trying to get through my day. Well, hope you're good. What a small world. Hi, Tim. Yeah, the Twitch game dev community is pretty small, isn't it? Especially at certain times of the day. Let's open the dialogue controller actually. So, I'm working on some open source web projects. No games yet. That's cool. Do you have your tags set up? Like, do you have programming and stuff like that? Home brewing software, home inventory software, some to-do software. Because that sounds like pretty interesting stuff, and you should be able to get a following from that. So make sure you're in the science and technology game or category or whatever, and then add up a few not as many as you. Add all of them that are relevant. So programming, software development, web development. I don't know which ones there are, but make sure to go through the list and add all of the ones that are relevant to your stream, because that'll drive viewers too. Not just small, but also very interconnected and supportive. That's what we like. I feel like most of the developers are in different countries, so the time schedule seems all over the place, which is good because then that means there's always someone on, right? So people can always watch something. I think it's so crazy how you can end up browsing on the game dev section and end up finding out about devs in your city. Well, Watery Tart, that was so weird. And the fact that we're now like working on the game together is really strange. Like, such a random thing. I was kind of hoping that that would happen, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna find a musician for the game, because it's tough. And then you popped up. It's great. For the love of God, don't have the programming if you're playing games. Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine. People are doing game development on streams where they're like practicing. I can see that, but if you like hover over it, it says it's pretty explicit what it means. So it's half the game dev streams are actually people practicing. There are location tags as well, by the way, which can be helpful. Sadly, not a lot of people seem to be like using them. Yeah, you gotta pick relevant tags that actually have a viewership. So there's some tags that I don't use, like there's like an original work tag, which is like right, it fits the stream, but there's like nobody ever goes on that tag, so it's kind of pointless to use it. Internet's crazy sometimes, sure is. Fair, but I miss the developers that really want to watch. But that's a me problem. That is true. I mean, I wish I could be in a slightly different time zone because I think I would have more viewers. Oh, I'm doing very well today, thanks to some juicy raids from Rock Knight and Wobbly Trout, which was awesome. It's funny seeing the top Twitch streamers have 80,000 people watching them play GTA 5, and all those science and tech category have less than 1,000 viewers total. I mean, it makes sense. That's just the way it's going to be. This remix is good. Get on my schedule. Yeah, my wife stands in the way. Stupid, lovely, awesome wife. To be fair, Twitch is a big gamer community and is much less known for dev work, plus I think there's a dev streaming site. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking for, I'm obviously very happy with having devs on my stream and stuff because it helps with the actual process, but I would like, one of the reasons I want to stream is to actually reach my intended audience as well, which is way harder. One of the NES ROMs are done. A memory dump of the game is also a functioning JPEG image of Lena, the image used by a bunch of people in research papers for image processing research. Nice. I'm happy that Twitch does create the platform for game dev and programming. Imagine having a wife and you could be alone, right? I'm doing this whole thing wrong. Nerd. Thanks, guys. Gently softs. Oh, this is interesting. This is actually using the wrong format. How can we do this? Change story format. Use twice on 0.03, which is the Braj version. Can't believe I managed to do that. That's great. Hi, friends of the Brajniverse. What's up? Hey, Java. Psh, girls are icky, anyways. That is true. Boys rule, girls drool. Can't imagine the productivity and the sadness. I couldn't go back. Dialog files, new file. Girls have cooties. I think it's a T instead of a D, otherwise you got it. You think you just led the biggest fart of your life and you're laying there waiting for wife to come to bed, proud with your masterpiece under the sheets. She walks in and just outstinks yours. The nerve. Jeepers. Anyways, I really need to get to sleep. Later on, and enjoy the rest of the stream. See you later, Drake Spartan. Have a good sleep. Thank you for hanging out. Hanisa1 or Hanisa, yeah, Hanisa1. Please correct my pronunciation. But thank you for the follow and welcome. Madness, that's married life. I'm not quite there yet, thankfully. Eat some fiber, you cretins. That face, we need it as an emote. I smell fire. No, that's just your wife, Java. Oh, that amused me. Oh, Java, I hope your place isn't on fire. Can I just say that? Librarian. You can't just serve it up like that and expect me not to do anything with it. Ayaya. That's what that emote made me think of. Ayaya. Ayaya. It's not from in my house. That's good. When your significant other won't stop farting because you laughed once and inadvertently normalized it. I thought you were gonna say monetized. I don't know why. That would have been weirder. Check your laptop. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Check your brain. Are you thinking too hard? Pretty damp and rain today, so I don't think so. Monetized farting. I'm sure people have done that. What's their faces from South Park? Terrence and Phillip. There are ads on these farts. So there's gnomes. Fighter, gnome, librarian, frozen person, dude. These should all now not like need to be loaded like that. ASMR farting. Oh, now we're talking. That must be a thing. Surely someone's done that with like a proper ASMR setup. That would be pretty badass. So, doesn't look like it's broken. That's good. It's a thing, you found stuff? That is amazing. These mountain fixes, grass tiles and edge tile on the bridge map. What to the grass tiles? How would you be able to like do it on commando? Some people can like, I know a lot of people can manufacture burps by just swallowing air, but I've heard of people that can like manufacture farts the same way. Glad I'm going to a hacker conference tomorrow so we can collectively destroy the internet after the news of ASMR farting being a thing. Thanks, you're doing a service for all of us. First comment on that video, how many of you searched for this without believing it actually existed? Yep. So the bridge map, I do know we need to fix that. Can burp on command, yeah. I think I can do that too. I don't exactly practice it particularly, but I think I'm capable in a pinch. Mountain bridge needs to be fixed. I don't even fart once a week if I'm being honest. So I do that someone can just that what? That is I do not believe you. Okay, so that's a fix. What? Crass tiles? Well, I'm glad I'm leaving with that. See you guys later. Tinker, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you have an excellent day. A fart-free day. So maps. There's no fart-free day. Dude, my body is just so used to 60 plus grams of fiber a day, I'm exempt. I can burp on command as well. I just tried it right now by taking in air, but the taking in air part turned into a burp sound as well, so it sounded like I was able to burp twice in a row. It's like whistling but bringing air into your mouth. Now, that's like next level skills there. Last week I farted so hard to pull the muscle. I think you're just getting old. Right, let's load up this mountain map and see what the heck is going on. Can't see anything out of the window, so what the frig is on fire? What, is there smoke out the window? So, yeah, what's the happy haps here? So this should be fine now. Oh, is it these ones that are broken? Well, these ones are fine. Sounds like a hernia. Neighborhood, so something must be on fire. Not mine, though. You might have to go outside for this one. Outside? Unheard of. Oh, is it those ones? Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, these ones. Yeah, these shouldn't be blocks. Well, we just figured out how I need to take in air to make that inhale burp consistent. Best skill ever. Well, now figure out the fart version. It's your homework. Some douchebags doing a barbecue in the shittiest weather possible. That's crazy. And it's like causing that amount of smoke. I guess maybe it's I was gonna say the rain is causing it to happen. There's almost no maps with this stuff in though. Hey Jeremy. Using wet wood probably equals more smoke. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Time to figure out how to fart on command then. Yep, that is now your new purpose. Speaking about farts, I went to the store yesterday and this old lady really farted out loud for like every That's like from South Park with the old lady farts. No, that's not right. Nice. She turned around at the register and said, "I step on those all the time." What, like she was blaming something squeaky on the ground or something? Bold move. Step on those all the time. Come on, lady. We all know what you're doing. We all know. Oh, come on. What is it with this thing? Okay, I think we're good. She was smiling, but it was so the attitude of I don't care, just sniff. Sounds like you share that attitude, to be honest. Done. Time to make ROM number 2 of like 5 for today. You can do it. I'll do some water pouring ASMR. Right, okay. So rock puzzle we can't actually finish because we just need that extra bit of, well, I could, I could write that. Let's check it out. So we're in the brittle one here. $13 is the max. So it'll be a pretty basic one. Brittle, 13, 14. That's actually quite nice to tell that it tells you that it's done already. Brittle, 14. After the dust settles, man shouts excitedly. Did it. You did it. Haha, I knew there was something inside it. Just like a basic thing. Oh, and then we need to add the tags at the end. Play it. Exported. And then in the dialog files we have the brittle file. Okay, so then we need to open the logic for the brittle rock guy here. That's the controller. So on init, if we don't do it, then yeah, it's probably empty. Okay, so the rock, the NPC here. If are you talking to Vigray, Java? He's doing it for a conference. if... Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll say if it's completed, then do something else. Do this. Play NPC dialogue. How does that work? Can we just feed in... Can we feed in the string name? Was it? Virtual 14, I think. So then we just need to start in the right place. So, did I tell you baby number 2 is coming? Congratulations! No, you didn't say that. That's great news. Bombshell if not. Was it a whoops? Evel's whoops. Yeah, was it a planned one or? But that's great news. I'm happy for you. It was planned? Awesome. Well, I mean, if it's a nice surprise, that's good too. Planned by my wife, I don't have much say in that, I just, you know, do the thing. Well, good doing of the thing. Right, so let's say rock Brit. I think that deserves a hype. It's a weird story in a way. We went for a blood test and the doctor was like, you are very pregnant indeed, at least 9 weeks in already. Wow, that's good, probably. So we waited another week, then made an appointment at the gynecologist. Or gynecologist, is it? So we need the shockwave spell. Boop! Although I should have talked to him first. Yeah, a bit unfortunate that the baby fell out of the tree in that one. She said, wait, you'll be 12 weeks and the earliest you can come back. What? So she wouldn't have her greetings, what are you doing? Try anything else? Sense it to, maybe it's magic. And then we do it, boom! And then we talk to the guy, and we don't get anything. Because, attempting to index a null value, I see. Why did you wait this long? Jeez, I keep track of my wife's period in a notebook. You should have a spreadsheet for that, right? Right, so we need to use another way to start this stuff out. Not baby fan, water retard. Dialogue. Play dialogue, okay. Hello, Obenex. Everybody do feel free to click that Steam link. Give it a good old wish list. When's the game able to pre-order? Oh, Java, jeez. I don't think I'm gonna do pre-orders, but it'll launch early next year, I think. Hopefully, depending on how this, you know, kind of making the game malarkey goes. Give reward. Let's try that again. Okay, just do what everyone else does and do an alpha release. Yeah, I'm hoping not to be a douchebag about it, but I'm gonna do a closed beta, I think, to get some people's opinions and kind of be able to polish it a little bit. That's the plan anyway, and then big release, hopefully. Yeah, so he's got Deep Forest, Mind, Underworld, Treetops, Green Swamp. That is about right, I think. Da, da, da. Da, da. Yes, pretty much right. My eyes burn. Help. Add it to my wish list. Oh, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Stop eating spicy Doritos when you're tired, so you stop rubbing peppers in your eyes. I don't eat Doritos, no. Water Retarded Body is a temple. How did you find the stream, by the way, Obenix? I guess maybe just from Twitch, but in case you came from somewhere else, that would be really interesting to know. So this should now, if I'm able to open this, yeah, and then it doesn't come up and close. Yeah, cool. Java is my friend. No, with that attitude. What? Seems like a nice attitude. And we want to just have, if not game paused by, click to join on him. Excellent. Thank you very much for the viral marketing, Java. I appreciate it. Added to wish list. Thanks, Jeremy. It's very kind of you. Oh no, my green screen. My green screen. I am the glue that brings Twitch together. Heck yeah, you are. Right. Obenex, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Giveaway, right? I need to trigger that if we want to do it. And open. Raggle. I've reset it. Is it open? I think, yeah. I think it's open. Right, I'm opening it now. Alright, you've been registered, Oben. Good. No, it was me that was messing about with it. It wasn't set up, so it's working now. People like me over here, I didn't expect that. Ha! Mind you that I'm drifting into the local Twitch scene in Belgium, specifically Flanders. Everybody likes Flanders. It's a good neighbor. Your missus is pregnant too, right? Not that I know of. Do not know of anything like that. Does she have certain cravings? I assume she will, but she's not currently. What a way to find out, right? That would be pretty interesting. I mean, she had some last pregnancy, but this time it's getting insane again. What kind of cravings does she have? Oh no, no! I don't want to know. Oh, salty peanuts. Unless that's a euphemism, that's okay. Can I have your salty peanuts? No! No! So they bought 4 bags of salted peanuts. Nice. Good job, man. Yeah, that was a bit concerning there for a bit. So rock puzzle is done. Happy wife, happy life. 2 right, 2 right. Dude, I'm protecting my family. Yeah, yourself and your son, right? You're both at risk. Last week, not joking, midnight. Honey, do we have eggs? I wanted an omelette, so I got up. No eggs. Oh no! Now you're in trouble. .30 AM, got up, drove to market, but like, did she still want eggs? Guess what we had for breakfast? I don't know. Salted peanuts? Sandwiches since she ate the eggs. Oh, she ate all the eggs you bought. That's crazy. But good, I guess, for your safety and security. Love her so much though, she's a miracle. Ah, but the cats are gone. I was gonna say that was so sweet and so wholesome, and then you led with that. Staying alone for the rest of my life, guys. Yeah, you don't want to deal with the gas? Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. I'm trying to think. I'm either gonna got 2 very different raiding options. Either I'm going to be nepotistic and raid my brother. He's playing a platformer called Knut Stories. Or raid Christopher Kent, who is making art. Because we were talking about the talent versus effort thing. Do you have any preferences? Past year, I've been suddenly surrounded by babies. They're not that sudden. Part of getting older, yeah. There's tons of my friends are getting married, so I'm sure the babies will follow soon. Didn't even know you had a brother. Oops. Omix, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for following. It was great to have you here. Hope to see you around again. Streams nonetheless, yeah. Well, let's check out my brother then. It's not a dev stream, so I know it won't. I know not everybody will be into it, but it's a chill game. The music's good and all this kind of stuff, so hopefully you guys like it. Give him some love when we raid. I'd appreciate that. I'm gonna be back again tomorrow, so if you guys are here then, I would love to hang out with you again. If you haven't already, please follow, and you can catch up with me whenever. I think that's everything. Love you all. Take care of each other. And have an excellent day.